Hi there! You're about to listen to a vintage episode of the Under the Microscope podcast. While the content is still as relevant and as interesting as when it was recorded, our webpage has changed. You can now find us at thesciencetalk.com/real-scientist-nano. Welcome to Under the Microscope. This series is brought to you by the Real Scientists Nano team. Our goal is to provide a platform where scientists can communicate their work and interact with the public. With that in mind, every week we introduce you to a scientist working in the field of materials and nanoscience, who would be curating the RealSci_Nano Twitter account. Hi everyone. Today we have with us Andrea Armani, who is a professor of chemical engineering and material science at the University of Southern California. Hi Andrea, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
We are very, very happy to have you. So let's start by understanding your research. Could you explain your research in super simple words to us, please?
So my research is developing new materials, so new light-emitting materials, and using them in either diagnostics or integrated optics applications. So making, for example, new types of lasers or new ways of actually imaging how cells, biological cells, interact with each other. So kind of a wide range of applications, but it all kind of starts with developing a new material.
Okay. So what kind of materials are you working with?
Yes, I realize my answer is very vague, but we actually work with a lot of different material systems. So we develop new organic materials, so new light emitting materials that could be pyridinium materials. So we're now getting into the technical words, or they could be inorganic materials, so new types of quantum dots. And quantum dots have obviously been around for a very long period of time. But we're looking at developing quantum dots that don't have heavy metals in them. So a lot of the original quantum dots had cadmium, and that's not great for the environment. So we're looking at making new types of quantum dots that don't have heavy metals, so they're better for the environment. So that's some of the material work we're doing. And then obviously once you have a new material, new materials lead to new technologies, and new technologies lead to new science. So it's a cascade. So it's always exciting, to see where everything goes.
Absolutely. Wow, that sounds really cool. I hope you can tell us all about the organic LEDs and imaging the cells with the lasers and stuff and all of that while you're taking over the Twitter account. So what can the followers expect in the week that you will be taking over the Real Scientist Nano Twitter account?
So first off, I really hope everybody, engages. It's not just me, spitting out information. Otherwise, as a professor, we can always just talk forever. But I'm hoping to both share some of the recent discoveries in the field, not just my lab, but also a little bit more about career advice. I've always found, advice is helpful. It doesn't matter where you are in your career. And I've noticed kind of over the last few years that on my personal Twitter account, advice seems to be the most popular type of tweets. And I've kind of curated a couple of the best tweets over the last few years, and I'm planning on kind of reposting those. And some are from me, some are from other faculty, just life advice, taking different people's opinions and coalescing them. So some of these may be more appropriate for early career researchers, some will be more appropriate for later stage researchers, but it's really going to be a blend of science and you could call them life hacks, right? Like how to not make the mistakes that other people have made, because the best way to learn is to not repeat failures. So.
Absolutely. That's really nice that you're not just going to talk about your research, but also the research in your field, so research of the community, and also you have already started putting together a list of advices or life hacks, as we can call them. Very, very much looking forward to
the advice and the science and everything that you can tell us while you're taking over the account. Thank you very much. This was a lot of fun and looking forward to having you on Real Scientist Nano.
Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Thank you for listening. To know more about us, please visit our website, realscientistsnano.org, and follow us on Twitter at realsci_nano.